Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about OGI as well as Valens. I'm going to be giving them a report card score, so stay tuned. Give me a thumbs up. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it going so more people can see my video. If you value this information, that's all I ask for. So nice thumbs up. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I talk a lot about commodities, cannabis, big companies. I'm doing options trading with Apple, Tesla, you name it. I've done a lot of experience in the markets. So anyways, let's get to this. So Organigram-OGI, so they did 23 million this quarter, and they did about like a 5 million or so loss. So it wasn't very impressive, really. I mean, OGI is they're always like close to really having awesome numbers. I mean, but every quarter, I mean, it was about a year ago or they were doing maybe 20 million a quarter, and they had maybe 3-4 million net income or something like that. They had really good numbers back then, but the numbers have really they're coming down. The competition, the price of the cannabis that they sell. What I can say is, though, I do believe in the company moving on. It's just based on their chocolates, their edibles. I think they probably have pretty good edibles. So, you know, the more stores, I think they probably have decent flour. I don't want to bad talk too much about Organigram, but realistically, it's not a great number. And, you know, I got to be harsher on these companies, right? I mean, these companies should be doing a lot better numbers. They just laying off a lot of employees now, temporary layoffs, but it could turn into long-term layoffs. So I think they got enough. They said they have enough inventory, so I mean the business should be pretty good. So anyways, I'm gonna give them a C+. I mean, there's reasons that I can give them a B-, but just the fact that their numbers just keep getting worse and worse, like, it's kind of detracting towards the whole sector. Even their revenues, I mean, they had a 25 million quarter, and then ever since then they've been lower than that. So I'd really like to see them do 30-40 million, but they just can't get to those levels. I mean, there's just some type of resistance towards them reaching those levels. So I mean, there's definitely reasons that they can be a B-. I mean, they don't have the greatest profit margin either. I mean, I think it's somewhere around 30%, but it's not bad. But I think there's other companies that are kind of going to take over for Organigram. I mean, so that's my opinion on Organigram-OGI. I'm not a big fan. I've never owned the company. I've bought call option before, and they became worthless. They never hit my strike price. So that's my opinion on Organigram-OGI. Greg Engel, I believe he's still the CEO. Now let's get to Valens, the #1 company in Canada. Oh, who knew about that first? Who was talking about that back in the summertime? Yeah, because I do my research, I know my stuff. I'm a top navigator in the markets as far as understanding these companies. You know, the companies were overvalued back when, you know, Tilray was $40, Canopy was $50, all that stuff. And I knew it, you know, I knew it. But at the same time, I thought the hype was going to continuously go on. I also felt that there was going to be a lot more global penetration in the markets, but it's never happened. Anyways, let's get to Valens. So Valens, they did 32 million, right? 32 million, and it was was like 14 million in EBITDA, and it's 6 million in adjusted operational income, the number one for adjusted operational income in Canada. You know, that's better revenues than I believe than it is with MediPharm Labs. MediPharm Labs did 30 million, I believe, last quarter. So you know, and their profit margins are a lot better with Valens. It was somewhere around 65% or 65 points. So that's my feeling on Valens. I think they did pretty good, but you know, it's totally showing. What I don't like about the company is their accounts receivables going up. So they're not getting the cash, right? I mean, they're supposed to have 50 million in accounts receivable. So some LPs are just not paying the piper, and you know, that's affecting Valens' cash position. So it's not good. You know, I want to see these companies build their cash position. Cash is big currency right now, right? So that's my feeling on Valens. I do like that they've added about 20 million in inventory. So I mean, they're gonna have lots to sell. The reporting quarter ended end of February. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on Valens. I think they did pretty good. I'd give them an A-. You know, it's not an A just because the numbers are going down, and you know, I'm just getting stricter with the way I judge these companies, right? I mean, for the future, I haven't really been going the D road. I haven't been giving companies D marks, but you know, I'm just gonna have to start to pull the hammer and give these companies the D's, you know, because they got to step up. You know, I know the market's hard, but it's a do or die market, and if the companies aren't you know, they're putting out good numbers, and that's just the end of them. It is what it is. Business, not every business is gonna go and succeed forever. So it's pretty much my take on Valens A-, and OGI C+. Saying that, you know, it doesn't really have anything to do much with the share price. I mean, OGI's probably gonna get hit pretty hard. I know they got hit pretty hard today. I could see them get hit pretty hard in the next few days, but you know, the market's just really in a weird phase. You know, then anything can go right. You know, hell, it's just very surreal what's going on. So, but companies that don't have lots of cash, they're in big amounts of trouble, you know. So compound interest, I'm gonna be heading out. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. This is CISG. Keep compounding info, listen to my lingo, and shaka, peace. I'm outie full 5.